we don't have a lot of. So, all right, I think we are back. Before we were so rudely interrupted by technology.
Hmm.
Uh, I think now we were. Where were we? We were in the middle of establishing what Excel was hoping to glean from thinking more about their connection with their patron.
Yes, because last time he found a demon summoner.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, because
uh,
you did roll, you just got a
I roll.
bad roll, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't learn anything.
yeah,
right.
this one was a 23.
23. So, yeah, that's going to be three pieces of lore. Um, give me a moment to, because trying to pull up what I already have written down related to. Uh,
Yeah,
so,
you
you
know
were
that.
just wanting to understand more about this strange compact you've made.
Right.
All right.
I also thought about investigating a demon summoner.
Well, absolutely could do that. But, uh, okay. So, your warlock feature is yeah. So, I think that when you are meditating on this strange connection that you've got, you at first think that you're being given just a vision of the endless silvery mists that exist here in the deep ethereal plane. But then gradually you come to realize that it is subtly different. Like superficially, it's very similar, but there is a different sort of energy about it. And there is like you're struggling to sort of put your finger on it, but then gradually you find that you do know that what you're seeing is not the ethereal plane, but the astral sea. And what you um, as you're sort of drifting through this strange place, you occasionally deep in the like in the far away reaches of this astral sea, you see things sort of floating, but it's impossible to know how near or close they are and or how big or small they are. And then there is you see in the distance something that looks vaguely like a motionless floating body, like a humanoid body. And then you sense that you're moving much closer to it. And as you do, you become belatedly and terrifiedly aware that it is gargantuan in size. It is more than a mile long. And as you are getting closer and closer, there you begin to realize that it has a city built on it. And in this city at the peak, there is an ornate and according to material plane physics, an impossible structure. But you definitely get the sense that that's where your patron is.
Can I can I recognize it? Can I recognize or see any sort of identifying symbols or etchings or any sort of anything that I could potentially use to finish um, my altar in my room?
Um, yeah, I'll say you see a logo, but then the last little bit that you get, mm, the last little bit that you get is just a harsh whispered voice. Don't let Xenophon know this. And I think that's what you get this time. So I'll let you. How about this? I will let you decide what the logo looks like the insignia. But you do see one.
Okay.
But yeah, as you are seeing it and it's kind of burning its shape into your mind, yeah, that's the message that you get with it is Xenophon must not see this.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right.
I've, I've got an idea, but I think David knows more. D&D Lord probably knows better.
Could be.
Hmm.
Well, it's also things that potentially Xenophon would know in character, except
Yeah.
that he is not privy to this
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah, David, that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What was the book? One of the source books mentions that.
Yeah. In any case, I think, does anyone else have any other business or downtime activity that they would want to be carrying out before we, advance the clock to your next assignment?
Um,
Yeah. Canthan wants to pick up a couple of basic potions of healing,
Okay.
50 gold each. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I will buy a couple as well.
yes, same for. Well, would it be possible to find some scrolls or whatever to uh, uh, find new spells, basically?
Yes, I think that the library here does have like a library of some scrolls. I would say that the only ones that they would allow you just unrestricted access to right now are only up to level 3 spells.
Okay.
But the basically you have to provide your own like materials though,
Yeah.
like the material cost. But they have access to, let's just go ahead and say, like most spells up to level 3.
Okay. So, I invisit. Is this um, like I have to pay for the scrolls and the scribing supplies?
No, they have the scrolls.
Okay.
You need to pay for the supplies to
Okay,
transcribe
so
them. Because basically, you are not allowed to take and consume their scroll.
Yeah, yeah. So, be 50 gold per spell.
So I guess to be clear, they're in books, not scrolls, because scrolls
Oh, yeah.
are consumed when you
Yeah.
transcribe them. So that's what I'm saying is that like you need the transcribed
Okay.
materials and to take the
I'm
time.
just trying to think. It's like 50 gold per spell level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would like invisibility and Leomund's tiny hut.
Okay, so I think that would be 250 worth.
Yeah.
And you would need to be spending 5 hours worth of time to do that, which, in a week, I think is not outside possibility.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So-
And so a couple of people got healing potions for 50 gold each.
Yeah.
All right.
And Flounce is rounding out getting the tools that she actually has proficiency with.
Mm-hmm.
So now Heward's handy haversack has Smith's tools and Tinker's tools in it
Nice.
as well.
Okay. So I think that as you
We need an anvil to drop on somebody's head. We'll know where to look.
Well,
an anvil wouldn't fit in the haversack.
no, but the little sledgehammer, perfectly sized to her paws, would. For a rousing rendition of the Anvil chorus.
Ding, ding, da-ding, 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 ding, ding, ding. Anyway, you have been hanging out, recovering, doing your stuff for a week. You know, you have like sort of daily check-in meetings, I think, at Shield Bearer headquarters. You know, and you know where you kind of report like what you're up to, and you just check in to see if there's any news up on the bulletin board, so to speak. But you actually get a courier at your house, asking you that if your team is ready to mobilize, please come to the headquarters immediately. Otherwise, please send back when you can be ready.
Well, let's go.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Great. So you meet your boss here. I think I said Ararak. Is that right? Let's see. What's this guy? What was his name? Arayat. That's what it was. Who has said, "Good. I'm glad you were able to report so quickly. We've got a bit of a time sensitive job here. We've got a request from." I'm sorry. All the stuff that I had ready is, because I had to restart my computer, is now give me a moment. We have a request in from an overseer Uzoma in the Sensa Empire or the Sensa Kingdom, and no, I think it is Sensa Empire. Anyway, there's apparently they have a lot of mines in that area. If you're not familiar with the region, they have a lot of gold mines there, and they've had a tunnel collapse. And ordinarily, this is something that they have the resources to handle on their own. But according to this Uzoma, there is a complicated political situation that they are worried is going to slow down the rescue efforts. And so they wanted to have another team come in to help. So,
Okay.
Right.
do you have any questions?
Nope.
That seems a relatively straightforward. Help rescue the trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you, I'm putting you briefly on the map here for the Sensa Empire. And so I was trying to find where it said that you land, but yeah, I think that he points out that you're going to land, right here, kind of at the midpoint between these three main cities, Tariq, Anissa, and Niba. The Sensa Empire structure has each of those cities is in fact its own kingdom, but they are all under the emperor who rules from this palace called the Azure Dome. And so they are basically three allied kingdoms under an empress. That's the structure that they've got there. And although each of them has kind of their own thing going on, they are all part of this overall empire. So my understanding is that the mine collapses in the Gold Warren, but you would be meeting Overseer Uzoma at Anissa, and she would be escorting you to the mines.
Okay.
All right. So you head to the Path of Exile, where the Concord gems meet, and the one to the Sensa Empire is amber in color. And I think, unlike a lot of the ones that you've seen so far that have the very irregular sort of raw gemstone shape, this one is sort of polished ovoid in shape.
Okay.
The Path of Exile?
Is
Or
that not
Passage
what
of Respite?
passage of okay, whatever. Yes. I don't have that map up. He said it right. So in any case, though, um, you would be arriving just outside of Anissa, and what you've got here is um, a lot of the ground is kind of sort of like desert scrub, kind of rocky in between, but certainly on coasts and anywhere there's the occasional sort of place where you find some water, it's lush and green wherever there's access to water, and then not where there's not, so to speak. But it is not too far to walk into Anissa from there, from where you land, and so you got your briefing that the city of Anissa is the city-state of Anissa is ruled by King Diara, and they are the ones in charge of the Gold Warren mine, which makes them output their gold output is way more than the others, because that mine is especially rich, and it is also the home of Anissa Academy, which is the only university in the empire. That is the primary, like the primary things about Anissa. But as you make your way in to town, where is you find that you are heading towards this the town square where you were expected to meet your contact. But there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of people talking, presumably because for a town that is primarily based around gold mining, it is a big deal when the mine is not in operation, because there are miners trapped after a collapse, right? That's a big deal. So lots of people talking about it. If anyone wants to kind of try to listen in on some conversations as you come,
Yes,
you can
absolutely.
see if you
Yeah.
what you maybe pick up. So let's see. Whoever would like to can go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
Perception.
Well, I'm too distracted by the scenery apparently.
That would be a 12 for me.
Let's see.
My
I
bard
got a
can be
12.
too much of a tourist sometimes. He has high
17.
intelligence but low wisdom.
All right, so Xenophon and Nexel both rolled low. You not got a 12. Canthan got a 17.
17. That's right.
Okay. Well, so between all of you, you learn a few things. One is that the group that runs the Gold Warren mine is called the Aurum Guild, Aurum. There seem to be 7 miners unaccounted for. That's the count. After the people who got out, there's 7 people missing. The son of Anissa's king is named Prince Simbon, but what you heard people saying about him is that they don't think he's up to this. They think he is not the kind of person who's going to get this done the way it needs to be done. And you hear a couple of people saying that Prince Kirina from Neba, one of the other other city states here, is in town, and he has close connections with the Aurum Guild.
Okay.
I see politics, the lines of politics.
Yes, which is of course what you were told, which is that
Yep.
like this is why it's. So in any case, as you are arriving at the square, locals crowd a shaded square, listening to a fervent argument between 2 well-dressed human men wearing dark colors and gold jewelry. "This isn't your place, Prince Karina," one man shouts. "This isn't your city. The trapped miners are my responsibility. As soon as the entrance is cleared..." "But these are my people," Karina interrupts. "I value the friendship of the Aurum Guild, and I stand with my friends in their time of need. But don't worry, Prince Simbon. We can find something safe for you to do while we bring your missing family home." I just read it as bring your missing family. He actually said bring our missing family home. Just to be clear about what he said. So as you move in, I have got let's see, I think I've got a handout for both of these guys. Yeah. So giving you a handout for Prince Sinbon here. Should be in your journals now. This is Prince Sinbon.
Very dapper.
Yeah.
Yes, the Dapper Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Very fancy.
Yeah. And then I think, where's this? Here we go. Does Prince Karina have his own handout? He doesn't have his own handout, although you will get to see a picture of him in a different artwork in a moment. But yeah, so similar stylings, different color scheme. Also, obviously, rich and, fancy guy. And so they're continuing to argue, but then you all see a muscular dwarf miner carrying a polished copper pick approaching you. And I'm giving you a handout for her, too, that this is Overseer Uzoma Batten. Check out this cool lady.
Oh, that's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
she's
fantastic.
quite impressive.
She could carry her weight.
Mm-hmm.
And
She
your
can carry
weight,
my
my weight.
She can carry all of our weight, probably.
All right. So yeah, she approaches, and she just nods to all of you and says, I have to say, I'm really impressed. I mean, I know the shield bearers have a good reputation, but even I didn't think you'd get here so fast.
There was an urgency with the call, so we reacted.
Absolutely. So, as you can see, and she's kind of gesturing behind there are some organizational efforts underway. We're probably going to have a couple of VIPs in whatever expedition we mount, but I thought it best to have a team get started.
We are here to help.
Right. Do we need to discuss price here? I know that shield bearers, it's a whole thing. Or do I arrange that with them? How does that work?
You arrange it with them. It's my understanding.
All right. Well, good. That keeps it simple for now then. So here's basically where we're at is that I oversee this mine, and the truth is, so we've had a collapse. We have got the entrance more or less cleared out, and it will probably be shored up and safe to enter by the time we get in there. But we don't know what caused the collapse. We don't know the state of the people that are missing yet. And so it's like up till now, it has not even been safe to try to go back inside yet. But by the time we get there, hopefully it will be. Here's the political situation. You see these two princes behind me. One of them is the son of the king here in Anissa, Prince Sinbon. He's the one in blue. He is technically in charge, right? He has been given this this responsibility by his father. But the other guy, Karina from Neba, he has been making a lot of contacts with the Arum Guild, which is kind of the backers and the producers, so to speak, of this mine, and they like him, and he's kind of been he's volunteering, and it's obviously kind of a slap in the face to Sinbon, and they're fighting about it instead of working on getting the miners out. Yeah. So, but the truth is that like a lot of my own miners like Karina because, he's made a lot of friends in the Arum Guild. So I've been trying to avoid causing problems by choosing one side or the other. So I guess my proposal is that we're going to say, okay, we're going, and if they both follow us, fine.
That sounds like a plan to me.
All
Yep.
right.
The direct approach.
Let's do it.
Yes.
So as she is kind of guiding you, like past the square to kind of get to that, to where she's going, you're kind of going up past where this like formal area where the two of them are yelling at each other are. Shouts ring out at the crowd's edge as massive glowing scorpions rush from a shadowed alley. Prince Karina draws a sword and races forward, while Prince Simbon hesitates before following. Notably, he hesitates, then does follow. It's not that he hesitates to follow, he hesitates first, then follows. And so, presumably, the rest of you are...
Rolling
Oh, yeah.
initiative.
Following,
Yeah.
plunge into danger.
Yes, and so now I will give you another piece of artwork that will give you an image of Prince Karina and also the scorpions. This is called Princes and Scorpions.
Oh.
Oh, neat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
What are
these
they
are
made of?
giant glowing scorpions, and also this is what Prince Karina looks like.
ah.
Nice. Are they? They look like they're made of like some sort of crystal.
Well, they're certainly glowing. They're not any kind of scorpions you guys have seen before.
Huh.
So this is another one where there's not a specific battle map, but since I know you all like your battle maps, let's go ahead and make one.
Hey.
Uh,
Yeah. My thought is like, as soon as the scorpions appeared and the prince rushed off, Dianarch would have put mage armor on.
okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative, so it's like don't go. Fine, you can just put it on, and well, that'll be done. But by and large, I think you don't get to not do that on your first turn.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's fine. I'm letting you know. I'm just saying, don't always assume that you get to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So then, let's get our. Sorry, I gotta get the tokens. Okay. Prince Karina and Prince Simbon. And then is Uzoma got her token? I think Uzoma does not join in the combat. She's not a combat gal. Yeah.
Saving her strength for the mind.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's different skills. And then giant scorpions. Okay, and then let me confirm that I'm right about how many we got here. Yeah. There are 5 giant scorpions.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
And are we on the battle map?
Give me 10 seconds,
Yep.
please.
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, I'm still setting it up. I could have done this in advance, but it's not created for me. So, give me a moment. Turn order. Okay, fine, whatever. Why does it not? Okay, there we go. Okay. Everyone get your initiative on there.
Got mine?
Okay. And everyone got their correct initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Okay, so Canthan, what is your dex?
+1.
Okay, we need to do well. So what's the score?
Oh, one moment. I had to reload my page.
All right. There
12 or
we go.
13?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry for the delay.
Okay. Just need to know if the giant scorpions go
It's
first.
a 12. It's a 12.
Okay, so the giant scorpions do go first.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Uh, all right. Okay, good. We are in initiative. The two princes both seem like they have their own, they each have their own sword. They are in this fight, but Dianok, your turn is first.
Okay, so mage armor.
All right.
And gonna 1, 2, yeah, be about there.
Okay. All right. It is now the giant scorpion's turn. And since most people are running away, but these individuals are all coming up to go first, we're going to get this one come over to attack Prince Karina. And here we go. 2 claws, 1 sting. Okay. 2 claw attacks. 14 to hit does hit. A 19 to hit does hit. And then, well, they're not armored. They're like wearing fancy clothes, but not armored.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know how this feels.
Okay, so that's 14. Okay. And so he takes some damage there for sure, and he also needs to make a couple of and he is currently grappled by the scorpion's pincers. And then he needs to make a constitution save for the poison of the sting, which he fails. So yeah, that's not off to a good start for him. Okay. Yeah, so he looks like he is considerably sickened by the poison as well. He is not down, but he is not looking great, and he is currently still grappled by the pincers. Okay, that is just the first scorpion. This one is scuttling in. He's going to attack Xenophon.
Hi there.
Yeah. Claw attack, 16 to hit.
Yes, will hit me.
You are also grappled, 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to claw attack again. 8 to hit. So
Even that will miss me.
yeah. And then it's going to try to sting you as well. It gets a 14 to hit.
Will hit me.
It does. All
Yeah.
right. Please make a
My armor class is 13.
yeah. So take 10 piercing damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. I believe that's an 11.
Okay, that's a fail. So you are going to take 19 poison damage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to 16 hit points out of 52, friends.
Mm-hmm.
And poison.
Okay.
Yeah, Dianok, this one's coming after you. Claw. 19 to hit.
I'm going to use shield.
Okay. It attempts to claw you and then cannot close its claws on you, and it slips off, and it's annoyed, but it tries again. Only 17, so that would still miss.
Yes.
It's going to try to sting. Gets a critical fail. It takes a point of damage for bonking its stinger. But yeah, so it is unable to pierce your shield, but it seems like it's still trying. You are preemptively going to attack as it moves into your radius. Is that what that is?
That was
Kenta?
just making sure that the connection was
okay.
good between. But I am doing a preemptive attack.
All right. Well, so this fourth one is running up to attack you, and so you'll get to make that strike when when it gets within 10 feet, right?
Right, right. And I got a 15.
Okay, a 15 does hit.
Okay. It does 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
And wait a minute, I'm supposed to. Nope, it rolled badly twice. Yeah. 4 slashing damage, and its speed is reduced to 0.
Okay. So its range of attack is still only 5 feet, so it can't get to you, but it can try to attack Deonok, which it does.
Okay.
Um, critical hit to with the claw. So I think even
Oh.
though you've got your shield
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
that's going to be 12 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay. Well, that. Uh, so I'm
Yes.
grappled, but that just takes off my arcane ward.
I think the damage you mean, yeah.
Yeah, the damage.
I'm doing the red dots to indicate currently grappled.
Okay.
It does its claw attack again, the other claw, but only gets a 6. That's going to miss. It's going to try
Okay.
to sting, but only gets a 10. So all of those are still reflecting off your shield, but it does have one set of claws grabbing you around the shoulder painfully. All right. Now the last one's coming up to attack Prince Simbon. Claw, 19 to hit. Claw, 12 to hit. Also hits because, again, they're not wearing armor right now. That's 12 bludgeoning damage between those two. He is grappled. And then it makes the sting attack. 19 to hit for 10 piercing damage, and then he'll have to make the Constitution saving throw as well. Save Constitution. He fails, so yeah, he's also going to take poison damage.
Oof.
23 poison damage. Yeah, so like his colleague, they're both pretty hurt.
Okay.
That's kind of what happens when there's a lot of monsters and they get to go early in the initiative. Oh, you know what? Okay, there's no way to retcon it at this point, but you guys should have all had advantage on your initiative rolls because of your weapon of warning charm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So-
I rolled a 20, so it wouldn't have helped mine anyways.
Yeah. So not like try to remember for future encounters though.
Yeah.
I forgot something important too. What's something else important too? So
I mean,
Alright.
we all rolled. Lots of us rolled pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
that the scorpions rolled even
Yeah.
better.
So in any
Slightly
case,
faster.
Canthan, you are up.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to activate Fighting Spirit as a bonus action. It gives me advantage on weapon attack rolls until the end of my current turn. And I'm going to start hacking with that halberd.
All right. Which one?
You know what? I'm going to attack the one that's attacking the prince next to me.
Okay.
Deonok's got a lot of tricks for keeping himself alive, so and that prince doesn't. So I'm going to attack him. Attack that one first.
All right.
That's a 24 to hit
Hits for sure.
for 6 damage,
Okay.
and a 20 to hit
Also hits.
for 12 damage. And while I'm at it, I'm going to action surge because I want to make the most of this. So another attack is a 25 to hit
All right.
for 12 damage,
Nice.
and a 23 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for 13.
There you go. It is almost it is very badly off. It is not killed, but
Yeah.
it's looking very poor.
All right. And,
It's dripping all sorts of green ichor out of its various wounds.
Yeah, and I'm going to stay where I am because I've got a nice set of targets to
Mhm.
attack with, and yeah.
So I'll also just add that any of you can use an action to try to help break the grapple of someone else if you choose. Obviously, if you are grappled, you can also do that for yourself, right? Okay, Axel, your turn.
Okay, so here we go. We are going to dread form because this looks a little slightly scary.
Hmm.
this looks a little hairy. Because they're big. Um, so that is 6 temporary hit points.
Yeah, there's just some bad luck in this specific the way the encounter started up because all the scorpions going high and then like the prince is getting pretty wounded before. Like I kind of just arbitrarily put y'all on the map, but they were charging in ahead of you, so you know.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then it will be an Eldritch Blast for the one oh man, there's 4 people. Crap.
Well, you might be able to kill the one that can't then just.
Yeah, that one's looking very
Sure.
wounded.
Is that the
Yeah.
one on the prince? So to the left or the
It's
right?
on the right. It's
The
on
right.
the right.
Yeah.
The one on the
This
right?
one.
Okay. So then yes, I will hit him with one, and then I will hit one of the ones grappling Dianok.
Okay.
This is someone that's grappling me.
Yes, correct. That one. Okay, well, an 8 is not going to hit.
Nope.
Go for the prince.
Yeah,
the
for-
prince more.
One for the prince.
Okay,
19.
19 hits.
There we go. You still get I'm getting a little used to these powers though. Oh wow.
Okay.
6 points.
6 points does not kill it. It does
Well-
take the damage.
And it has to make a whiz save.
Wait a save. It's not pushed or anything, is it?
No.
Okay. I got a 10.
So then it has to move away from me, and that's
Well,
the last part.
Is that what
It's
the?
afraid of me.
Well, but
It can't
it
move
doesn't
close
have
to
to
Oh,
move.
it can't move on its turn. Yeah,
Right,
not
yeah.
on its turn. No.
All right.
And let's see. I'll measure this real quick. I think all of them are within 30 feet.
I'll call this the afraid. Yeah.
Yep.
So it is. That one's very badly off, but it's not down.
Right. And then I will step up just a little bit here in the center, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Xenophon.
All right, I am in not great shape. So
Mhm.
what Xenophon is going to do is he's going to cast Thunder Wave on 3rd level on these 2 here.
Okay.
Basically the cone here. So they've
Well,
got to
so
make
Thunderwave is not a cone; it is a 15-foot cube.
Oh,
But
it's a cube.
but you can still do that because essentially, because it makes a square, but the square that you can have it make is this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
So, but just to be clear, like that's
You're right. I'm
know.
wrong. It's not a cube. It's
Yeah.
not a cone. It's a cube. Got it.
no worries.
So
But yeah, the 2 of them both are going to need to make Constitution saves, I believe.
correct.
Okay. That one gets a 9. The one on the
fails.
right, yeah, and then the one on the left
Come on.
gets a
come on.
4. They both rolled super low.
Okay, so they both will take the full 20 points of damage, and they both get pushed
Wow.
away from me,
Yeah. So,
which ends the grappled condition on me.
well, does it say that?
I looked at the 5e rules. Grapple. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler, such as when a creature is pulled away by the Thunderwave spell. So yes, it
Okay.
does.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Nice.
unfortunately, the other one was not the one that was grappling Dianok.
No,
but,
I
but
couldn't get that
still
one, but I
pushes
got
it
the
away
one-
though.
Yes.
Yeah, boop, boop, like that.
And I am going to move like here. I'm getting out of the front line, friends, because
Yeah.
I am hurting. So that is the end of my turn.
Okay, Flounce.
Big bunny, please.
Brooch.
Right, and I am going to boogie up to here,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to try and get this guy out of the grapple.
Great. Yeah. So you make an athletics check with advantage because you're big.
Yes. Athletics. And that was a 19.
That succeeds. You are able to pull him away. Do you want to like drag him to the side or anything?
I want to drag him behind me.
Okay. I'll let you just do that because you're big and strong and all that, and he wouldn't fight you on that in the moment.
Yeah.
moment. Yeah. So I think you're just like towering over him and just kind of grab him by the back and yank him out of the claws, and then like, like
Yes.
you don't even have to drag. You're just like picking him up and setting him behind you. Yeah. So that is your action to do that. So, but you have succeeded.
Okay, awesome.
All right. It is Prince Simbon's turn. He is he is still grappled, but he is going to try to get it with his longsword, because he is sort of fighting desperately here. Hang on.
Actually, since good chance of actually killing it.
Yeah. What is his multi attack? Oh yeah. Okay, so he can do 2 longsword attacks. 17 to hit with, and so he kills that one. And I think to everyone's surprise, despite the fact that they seemed to all be bleeding with wounds and everything, as opposed to being like spectral or something, when he stabs his longsword through its head, it just vanishes into like sparkly, it's just gone.
What again?
Yeah.
All of us have this
Just
moment
hard
of,
eye roll.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, that happens. And I think he's just like, what? But I think that, I think he is not going, he is taking a moment to back up a little bit before he reassesses. All right. Then it would be Prince Karina's turn, who is not running away, but he does take the dodge action.
okay.
Reasonable.
Did I put that green dot on him on purpose? I don't know. What is that? Oh, no, never mind. It's not a green dot. It's the part of his life bar that's full. All right. Okay, so it is now your turn again, Dianok.
Okay, so
And you're grappled.
Yeah.
yes, I am grappled. Yeah. I'm gonna
About
go
to get
ahead.
swarmed.
I'm gonna go ahead and splash acid.
Mm-hmm.
Like these two would be within 5 feet of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna target both of them. They need dex saves.
Okay. The one on the left. And it gets a critical success with 21.
That's
Yeah.
definitely a success.
The other one gets a 15.
They both succeed.
Oh,
Shoot.
Oh, well,
Ah,
every little bit helps.
well, like, that's no damage since it's a cantrip.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, they fill those spaces, but there's a lot of empty air in there, and unfortunately, the splash kind of misses. Like the two of them sort of butt to butt use their tails and make a little heart shape, and then the acid goes right in the middle. It's right through the middle. All right. So it is the scorpion's turn now. I think that this one is zooming up, and the two of them are gonna both attack Flounce.
Okay.
So the first one is claw, 17 to hit,
That'll hit.
7 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
And then 18 to hit for another 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Wow, and then a crit on the sting, which is bad. So make a Constitution saving throw and hope that you succeed, Flounce, because you're taking 12 piercing damage, and then you did not succeed on the poison.
Oh no!
So
No.
yeah.
Well, we just bought a bunch of healing potions.
It'll be okay, guys.
So did you take the 12 piercing?
Yes, I did.
So now please also take 51 poison damage.
Oh,
I am
my.
down.
Oh
Are
no!
you insta dead?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
Oh,
so.
The
no.
excess damage isn't more than
Yeah.
your total hit points.
So
No.
Okay.
I had 44 hit points, and so that was the 51.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that I think they just managed to like you were evading, trying to evade, but then it just really got a lucky shot with its stinger just like right in your neck,
Uh-huh.
and just Flounce's eyes roll back in her head and she collapses to the ground. Do you re-small when you go unconscious?
It does not say.
I will assume no then. But with you now unconscious, the other one here is going to scuttle past and go to attack Exel.
Oh,
So Claw, 7. Okay, it got 7s for both of its claw attacks. And then Sting got a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. Lucky you. So yeah, just all bad rolls for you. All bad. So all bad rolls for it on you, and all bad rolls for Flounce on Flounce. This one is going to move up and attack you, Canthan, and then this one's coming up to attack Dianok.
okay.
So first, the ones against Dianok, Claw, 19 to hit.
Uh, gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and use shield again.
Okay. All right.
These things are bad news.
Yeah. 21 to hit.
That is my AC with shield.
Okay, so that's going to be 8 bludgeoning damage. And the other one let go of its grapple because it was moving into Canthan, but now you are grappled by the one on the left there.
Okay. So
Yeah. And then Sting, but it misses with that, just a 7 to hit.
okay, good.
Okay.
All right. Now the one attacking Canthan, Claw, 20 to hit.
Oh, it hits.
6 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. So it grabs you with this little pincer.
Okay.
And then Claw, crit for 18
Oh,
damage.
Holy moly.
Yeah. And then Sting. Oh, shit. It got
critical?
another crit, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so that's 7 piercing damage. And then I need you to make that Constitution save.
Okay. Fingers crossed. 15?
15 succeeds, so you will only take half of what will be 8d10.
Oh, my
Oh no. This could still be enough to take me down.
Yeah. 4d10. No, okay. I'm going to roll 8d10 and divide it in half,
Yeah.
as opposed to rolling 4d10 instead, right? Okay, so 26.
1 hit point.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
am reeling,
right.
but I am still up.
These things are nasty, but that is the end of their turn. So it is your turn now, Canthan.
Okay, I am going to take a bonus action. Second wind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
16 hit points. All right.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
almost next.
Yeah. I'm gonna start hacking at this one that's in front of me here.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna try and get to Bunny Girl's assistance, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, critical miss.
Mm.
And then a 22 to hit
22 hits.
for 5 points of damage.
All right.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. And you are still
Yeah.
grappled.
and I am still grappled.
Yeah. All right. Exel.
Oh boy. They're still up. All right. So first things first, I will
You guys had been doing so well, I considered adding another giant scorpion to this encounter.
I'm glad you did
I'm
it.
glad you had. I'm glad you had
God.
mercy on us.
Oh.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one directly in front of me and the one
Okay.
in front of Flounce.
Okay.
Oh,
8
18.
hits. That's the one in front of you first.
Yep. And the second one. Well, actually, oh wow.
Okay.
2 points. Two.
All right.
Two. But and I will move it 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
And they have to make wisdom saves, right?
Yeah, it has to make. I haven't rolled for the other one yet.
Right. Save. It fails.
Oh yes, so it is afraid of me. The next one.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. 7 to hit is. Wait.
That
Wait.
was
Hang on. No,
damage.
that's a damage roll again.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. 17. That'll hit. Yeah,
There.
that's the one that was attacking Flounce, right?
Yep, and I will push it back 10 feet, and
Go ahead and roll your damage for that one.
it will. 1 point.
All right. Well,
Should have said, well, that 7 was the damage.
could have,
no,
but oh well.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But-
All right. But you did push it back.
Yep, and I will move next to Flounce. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Xenophon.
Okay. Xenophon is going to move to here. He's
Mhm.
going to cast Cure Light Wounds at 3rd level on Flounce. 16 hit points back. And then he's going to inspire Flounce. Flounce, I want you to be an energized bunny. Now chuck these scorpions into poisoned honey.
Love it.
That's awesome.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Also, you are no longer grappled, Flounce, because the one that had grappled you, Exel, pushed away with the Eldritch Blast.
Yes, I am not a velveteen.
All right. So it is your turn now. You are starting prone, but obviously can stand up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use my movement to stand up because I'm not moving.
Hmm.
And I am going to double halberd attack
Mhm.
this one that is afraid of Axel.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
All right, that is a 13.
13 misses, I'm afraid.
Bardic.
Okay.
Oh, but you have your Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, but this is all right. I'll use it on the second one. That one was a 10.
Okay.
And that was a D8, right?
Yep.
Well, okay, but if you use it on a 13, it was more likely to turn a 13 into a success than it would
Yeah.
would to a 10.
Okay. Well, if I add it, because I forgot.
Okay. But what I'm saying is the best time to use Bardic as an inspiration is when you have almost hit but not quite.
Right.
Don't wait
Also
until it's
consider
a
that you
bigger
may want
miss.
to use it for poison saves.
Well, that's
also
true.
true.
That's
Yes.
true too. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, up to you. I mean, you tell me what you're doing.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll use it on the 13, which makes it
Okay.
a 21.
All right.
And
Yeah,
then
that
the
hits. Then.
the second one misses.
Okay.
Which is 11 points of damage, and because I'm big, I'm going to add my d6,
Mhm.
which is another 2 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm also going to bonus action second wind.
Okay. Yeah, so that one is fairly hurt now. It's not quite, falling to pieces yet, but it's pretty hurt. Certainly bloodied.
Another 8.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, and it is the princes, and Canthan, as Prince Sinbon runs in to try to attack this one, that he's there. I think you're getting the sense of him. He's terrified. This is not fun or exciting for him in any way, but he is nonetheless desperate to. He is intent on helping the people that have been helping him. Yeah. A 13 is going to miss, unfortunately. But the second one is a 22 and does hit for 11 slashing.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's a good hit.
Yeah. And then Xenophon, you're standing there next to Prince Karina, and you watch him go look over at Prince Simbon and just say, "All right." And then he runs up. He's going to attack
Oh dear God, they're gonna get him so skilled.
this one that is by Exel.
Okay, I didn't say God because Githzerai are monotheistic.
So he gets a 22 to hit with the first one,
Yay.
and then a 12, which misses. So he does 6 damage. Xenophon, make an insight check.
All right, I can do that. Not great at insight. Remember, my Muslim isn't great, but I get a 19.
Okay. You get a sense from Karina that the thing he cares about most here, beyond just his own life, is looking better than Simbon to the crowd.
Gonna get themselves killed.
Yeah. So he cares about his own life, obviously.
Right,
But
yeah,
at a very close second is, I'm going to beat that guy. All right, so that is their turn. Dianok, it is your turn. And then it's going to be the Scorpions again.
So I'm going to look at the scorpion facing me,
Mm-hmm.
and my eyes will flash with bright light,
Mm-hmm.
and will say, "Die!" I'm using Psychic Lance.
Ooh,
at that one.
nice.
Needs to make an intelligence save.
I don't think they're very good at that. Gets a 1. To be clear, that was a rolled 6 minus 5.
So I takes 29 psychic damage.
It is almost killed. It cannot take another hit. It is almost dead on its feet, but it's still kicking a little bit.
Yeah, but it's now their turn.
Yeah, still gets a turn. Yeah, but no, that's a lot of damage. Yeah,
that's a nice alpha
yeah.
strike.
You all watched one that was not even bloodied yet. Now look like it is on death's door. But yeah, it's going to try to get revenge on you by trying to attack you again, Dianok.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Claw, 21 to hit.
I'm going to use shield again just to get more of my arcane ward.
Okay.
But it'll
That one still hits. Okay, 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, got a crit. And the next claw. So that's
Jesus.
13.
3 crits.
So
At least
first
he didn't
was
crit the stranger.
how much?
The first was 7, and the second is 13.
Okay. 7, 13.
Constitution
That's 20.
saving throw.
Okay. I'm still up.
Okay. So I think that everyone probably it ought to be aware now that, like, oh, hey, that wizard is not as squishy as we thought.
No.
All right. It is going to try to sting, but it only gets an 8. Lucky you. The sting does not hit.
That would have put me down.
Yeah.
All right. I think the other scorpion, the one over here, is going to attack one claw against Canthan, but only gets an 11, and it let you go to sort of try to grab you again to hurt you again with it, and because it missed, it's and then it's doing its other claw at the prince that just came in and stabbed it, but misses. It is going to still try to sting you, Canthan.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so 12 piercing damage. Constitution saving throw.
I don't think it's going to matter, but 17.
Okay, so that's a success.
Okay.
So the rolled damage is 23, but you're only going to take half, so it would be 11.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so that's two of them. This one that is by Exel, I think, is going to attack him.
Is that the one that's afraid
It's
of him?
afraid
So
of
it
him.
has-
Oh, you're right. So it'll have disadvantage, but that's still
Right.
what it's doing. So, but yes, you're right. It's good to remember that it has disadvantage. So, critical fail, first claw, 10 for second claw, sting, 12. So
That's not it.
yeah, you can see it's trying to sort of like do like tentative like attacks to sort of get at you, but it can't bring itself to follow through, and it misses. Excuse me. This one up here is going to scuttle. He's going to attack Flounce with one claw. 11 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Xenophon with the other claw. 23 to hit.
A 23 will hit.
And it's going to grapple you and do 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And because you're the one that's got grappled, it's going to try to get you with a sting.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
19. Even with the shield, even if I try to use my shield, a 19 will hit me.
Okay, so that's only 3 piercing damage, but you do need to make the poison save.
Constitution save.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have bardic inspiration?
He's the one who
You
can't,
can't use it on yourself.
A 14 does save. So you're
But-
going to take 12 poison damage.
I'm down.
Oh no!
Not for long. Not for long. I can get you.
Yeah, but you got other things to.
Hmm.
No.
Well,
To
we'll
deal
see.
with.
So that's all the scorpion's turn. So now Canthan, make a death
Yeah.
save.
Death save.
Natural 20. Natural 20. Damn.
9.
Okay.
That's a failure.
Yep.
Yeah. Canthan remembers a beating that he received for stealing apples in the kitchen where he grew up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Axel.
Oh boy. Darn it.
The two
Yeah.
centermost ones, one is almost completely dead. The other one is pretty hurt. The ones on the outside are much better off by comparison.
Right.
Put down.
Then I will. What is the range of this? The range is. Oh crap! They have to be within 5 feet.
Well, if you step up and to the right, you can have 2 of them within 5 feet.
Yeah, if you move right here.
Then that is exactly what I will do.
Hmm.
And those are the the wounded ones, correct?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you see Ixel saying something into his hands, and then kind of motioning outward, and searing green necrotic energy flares out as he casts Word of Radiance.
Nice. What did they do? Did they save?
It's a con save, DC 14, so they probably will make this.
All right. Well, so the first one here, on the one on the right, fails with a 7. And then the other one gets a 10.
Nice.
Okay, roll damage. Yeah.
On. Hurt him.
Take these out. Oh.
Okay. Well, 3 is enough to destroy one of them. The other one is still up, but still pretty hurt, obviously.
Yeah. And that is my turn because he is no longer afraid of me.
Right. Okay. Does that not? It wouldn't.
No,
That
it
doesn't-
automatically. Yeah, it automatically ends at the end of my turn, and I have
Okay.
to make a range. I have to make an attack.
An attack. Okay. All right. That was excellent. Xenophon, please make a death saving throw.
I succeed.
Okay. What's a positive memory that runs through Xenophon's?
Xenophon has a positive memory. It's from a couple of weeks ago, wandering through the Citadel and trying chili for the first time, and it's a little spicy, but he liked it.
Nice.
And then he ran back to Coach Panthan about a dish he knows all about already.
Okay.
I
Nice.
imagine hearing someone's first experience with it and enjoying it is still good.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that would make it Xenophon. Your turn. Flounce is your turn.
Okay, for a bonus action, I am going to activate my Frost Rune.
Okay.
This, more particularly, once I invoke it as a bonus action to increase my sturdiness for 10 minutes, I gain a +2 to all ability checks and saving throws that use strength and constitution.
Nice.
That'll be
Oh,
useful.
goodness.
And then I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Xenophon,
Okay.
which is 7 HP.
All right.
Bless your heart.
So, alas, that was I think it also probably let go of the grapple when you went down.
No. Action Surge is a bonus feature, so no, never mind.
What?
Yeah, Constitution.
Action Surge is a
bonus action. It's a
It's
bonus.
Yeah,
bonus-
but
bonus
so
action.
is activating my rune. So
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, action surge takes a bonus action.
yeah, and activating my
Or-
Frost Rune was a
No?
bonus action.
Does
No,
it?
does
I
it?
don't think
No,
Action
does it
Surge
not?
does. I think you can do You don't have to
Oh.
use your bonus action to do your Action Surge. I don't think.
No.
No,
yes,
no,
yes,
it's no
good.
action. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Action Surge.
Nice.
Wow.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, Glaive.
Mm-hmm.
At this one that's beside
Wounded.
Exel,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because maybe we can kill it dead.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
I
All right,
recommend
so-
that course of action.
All right, so first one is a 23
23 hits for sure.
for 7 points of damage and add my d6. But that's only just a 1, so that's
Okay.
8 points of damage.
It had 8 hit points.
Yes.
Okay, second attack to the one that was
on.
holding on to Xenophon like a plushie.
I have to. Put this here.
Plushy.
Mhm.
It's all right.
Yeah,
And that is a 14.
14 just misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bart,
It-
no, you want
glances
Can I use
off
it?
of its armor.
And Xenophon, does the Bardic Inspiration go away or does it stay?
You used it, didn't you?
I used it, yeah, but
You,
Yeah,
no,
you
you don't.
used
You
it,
don't
it's
still
gone.
have it. You have to get it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got to do it again.
Although there is one of the subclasses that gets a feature eventually called Enduring Inspiration, where if you try to use it but it doesn't give you a success, you get to keep it and use it again.
Yeah,
try
that's a
again.
few levels up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay.
All right. But eliminating one of those things and getting Xenophon back up seems like a positive development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Definitely
turn.
win.
Yeah.
That's a good turn.
All right. So it is the Prince Sinbon's turn. He definitely sees you go down, Canthan, and I think he's not running away, but he's sort of shifting position, trying to get a little closer to not be like out on his own. You know, there he's like
Yeah.
moving around to sort of get everyone like get back to allies as opposed to something else. But he is going to go ahead and attack. Gets an 8. And then a 15, so he hits on one of them and does another 11 damage.
hey, he's whittling.
Yeah, although he is also very hurt, so
Yeah.
he is potentially attracting its ire again. And then the other prince looks kind of back and forth, and then he actually runs up to attack this one too. Gets a 20 to hit for the first one. And then an 8. So he hits again with one of them, not the other, does 7 damage. So that one's getting closer too. It's looking pretty hurt. The other one is like barely touched. All right. That makes it your turn again, Dianok.
Um, I'm gonna take my short sword and try and stab this thing.
All right.
Wow, the wizard goes metal.
Yeah. Well, he's been using his sword.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done every so often, but that's an 11. So
11 misses, unfortunately. It skitters across its hard carapace without penetrating. All right. It is the scorpion's turn. It's got a variety of targets now. The one up here on the right, I think, is going to attack Karina with its first claw. Gets a crit.
No,
Does 12 damage.
that's 4. That's 4.
Hmm?
That's 4 crits that these guys
Yeah,
have gotten.
I'm just roll 20, right? But
Roll
yeah,
20
he is.
Texas.
Yeah, so Prince Karina is extremely wounded now, and he is also grappled. I think the other claw is going at you, Dianok. 21 to hit.
okay. I gonna go ahead and do shield just for more ward, but yes, that hits.
Okay, and that's going to be 7 bludgeoning, and you are grappled again.
Okay.
And then the sting. It makes sense that it's got the prince in one claw and you in the other claw, and it makes sense that it would attack one of the two of you. I'm going to actually roll a d20 to see which it attacks between the two of you.
Vin's one, odds the other.
I was going to say
Vin's
is going to say 1 through 10 is the prince, and then 11 through 20 is Dianok. And it's a 20, so the sting is going at you, Dianok.
Okay.
It only gets an 11 to hit, though.
Oh. Thank the gods.
Double thanks, because an 11 would have hit the prince. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God.
yeah.
Oh God.
All right, so that is that scorpion, and now the other scorpion is gonna do yeah
Oh.
claw at Flounce, 16 to hit,
That hits.
3 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you're grappled. Other claw at Xenophon.
Even though I'm lying on the ground.
Oh yeah, I guess
Oh,
you
that's
you
right,
you
you
were
did
you
go
were healed but didn't get back up yet. So I think
No.
it does make sense that it would keep attacking Flounce.
Okay.
21 to hit
That hits.
for another 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Low on the stinger roll.
Well, let's see. 16 to hit.
That does hit.
All right.
Oh God. Oh
But
God.
I have my extra 2 points from my frost rune, so.
Okay, so 10 piercing damage,
God.
At least it's not a crit.
and then let's see this.
Well, I'm down to 7 hit points.
All right. Yeah. So do your Constitution save.
So that was 1. 16.
16 does succeed. And so the rolled damage was 24. You would take 12 poison damage.
I'm down again.
Okay.
Yo-yo fighters.
I get back up again, and then I hit it, and then I go down again.
Yeah. This is a tough fight. Because they keep getting crits too. That doesn't help.
Yeah.
All right, Canthan, please make another death saving throw.
Why is this? All right.
Need ourselves a crit.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. 10.
Okay, 10 is a success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Canthan remembers chopping up the prawns in his hometown in the cooking competition.
All right.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Axel.
Okay, that's going to be an Eldritch Blast, one to each of them.
All right.
Yeah, if you can hit
Well-
both of them, they both fail as saves. That could change the tide of this battle.
I'm hoping so. Natural 20.
Nice.
All right.
Hey!
So which one was that on?
That's the one with both the princes on it. The one.
Yeah, yeah. I figured that would be that would make sense. So go ahead and roll the damage.
2d10 plus.
2d10.
Oh,
Wait, it was. I remember.
Okay, so it's both of those together. So that's 12.
Yeah, that's 12.
It's not quite down.
But I will push it away.
Okay.
And then for the other.
And it is extremely bad now. And I suppose it makes a wisdom save now to see if it's feared, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay. It gets a 17.
It saves.
oh.
But
Gonna help.
Well, so for that matter, the other one, like if you hit that one again, you might kill it. The other one's like almost full. What would you
Yeah,
have
but
done?
the fear effect is
Well, that's true. That's true. So, I mean, you
also-
tell me what Axel was
Yeah.
doing. You started by saying one at each. So,
yeah, I want to do that because our other fighter went down. And
Yeah, that's true.
Our healer is squishy.
it's true. Okay, so 15 does hit.
Then push it away
Mm-hmm.
and do 2 points.
Okay. Not very much, but it got a 3 on its wisdom save though.
There we go. So now
that one at least.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna stay where I'm at, but I will call for Xenophon to come here.
Come to you.
Yes. Yes. Heal our friend, but get over here.
Yeah, I got two heal. I got two people to heal.
Yeah.
Catherine, you failed once, right?
Yeah.
I've failed one, yeah.
Okay, so if
And
you
I
get
also
if you get a natural one, you get second fails, and that you die. Correct?
if I roll a one, I will.
You
that's
can
it.
you can get up to Canthan with your 30 feet.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's just to figure out. Do I heal Flounce or do
Yeah.
I try to get Canthan because he's on?
Get Canthan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get. Okay, that's my plan then.
Yeah, and remember, I have healing potions on my belt.
Yeah. I should be difficult terrain if it tries to come after you guys.
Oh, bunny.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It seems like it would be pretty easy to go over the bunny slope.
Okay.
We'll go down
All
the
right,
bunny
so
slope, but coming up.
Xenophon, what are you doing?
Yep. I'm going to here. I'm going to cast Kill at Wounds at second level on Canthan. You get 14 hit points. And I will use a bardic inspiration to inspire you.
Right.
Okay.
Canthan can get up and chop scorpions like scallions, man.
Yay! All right, cool. So Flounce, make a death saving throw, please.
I'm coming, Flounce. I'm coming.
Natural.
How do I roll these with roll 20?
Um,
I'll just do it as a roll.
Well, if you can either do slash roll 1d20, or if you go over on the little toolbar on the upper left, the one that looks
Yeah.
like a little d20, you can pull up the dice roller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
7.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's a negative memory that runs through Flounce's mind?
I think Flounce is remembering a creature that looks very similar to this in the Feywild that was threatening the Warren at one time. And she lost a lot of older brothers and sisters and aunts and uncles in that fight.
Oh.
All right. That was Flounce's turn. It's the prince's turns, and they are actually both pretty wounded right now. And I think I think they're both going to take the dodge. You know what? I think Prince Simbon takes the dodge action at. Oh, shoot. Yeah, you know what? I think they both take the dodge action. Yeah. They're both pretty hurt. Okay. Dianok.
Okay. Fire at the scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Throw fire at it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And 12 to hit.
Unfortunately, no. Yeah, it hits a tough part of its chitinous body. All right.
Yeah.
So it does.
Gonna move to here.
Okay. So I think Canthan is awake but hasn't stood up yet.
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to move in and it's going to start with a claw attack towards Dianok, who just threw fire. Only gets a 9 to hit, though. And I think it's going to do its other claw attack against Prince Sinbon, but it's going to get disadvantage because Sinbon took the dodge. And so that's a 6 to hit. And then it's going to try to sting you, Dianok. But, yeah. But only a 13 to hit.
Okay. Just all those glance off the mage armor.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one is afraid, and so it can't rush in. Can't get any closer than Exel. So I think it starts kind of trying to circle around. Yeah, I'm going to say it's going to get up to there. Okay, and that is the Scorpion's turn. So Canthan.
Stand up. Use fighting spirit as a bonus action.
Dun, dun, dun.
In the chat, we have suggested Prince Cinnabon?
I keep hearing Simba and Cinnabon, so yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Simbon, yeah.
First attack is a 20.
Okay, a 20
12
does
points of
hit.
damage.
And you kill it. You destroy that one.
All right. And let's see, how far away is that one? 10, 20. Yeah, I could get. Yeah, I can't stand these things. I'm charging in. I don't want to waste my other bonus attack anyways. So that's a 21 to hit.
Hits.
10 slashing damage.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Exel.
Yeah, it's gonna get. Yeah, it's just gonna get 2 Eldritch Blasts. 6 for the first one.
That's a damage roll again.
Oh, there we go. Okay. 6.
So a 16, and we'll use that damage roll. So 6 for that one.
21.
All right, that'll hit also.
2.
Okay.
8 points.
And then it would have to make 2 wisdom saves to see if it's afraid again.
And I won't push it. I won't push it though. Since
Okay. It failed, so it's still afraid.
Actually, go ahead and push it, because then if it comes closer, I can get my reflex attack to stop it.
Can't.
It can't. If I.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
I,
that's right.
Yeah. If I push
so
it, can't come
it's
closer.
afraid again, so it can't get any closer to Exel.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
All right.
and that'll be my turn.
Okay. That is a handy feature. Yeah. Okay, Xenophon.
All right, Xenophon is going to move to here and going to cast Cure Light Wounds at 2nd level on his bunny friend, little bunny friend. So that's 9 hit points for you, Flounce. And let's see. I will give Bardic Inspiration to. Are you going to go charging after that thing?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay. All right. All right. Energizer.
Why are you asking these questions in the middle of the
Okay,
battle?
it's a rhetorical question to ask if you'll charge. Here's some inspiration. Go be large. So, Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that makes it Flounce's turn.
Yes.
All right.
Lucky
and
that worked.
so she will hop on over.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, she's going to hop over to here because she
Oh,
does have her glaive, and so
yeah.
she has reach.
No, that is absolutely the right call. That is what
Alright.
that is one of the things that reach is great for.
Yep.
Yeah.
So glaive,
Hmm.
and that is a 19 to hit,
Hits.
and that is 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll my d6 and add another one, so that's 7 points of damage on that one.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And so second attack is a 15
15 hits. 15 just hits.
for 8 points of damage.
Nice. It's looking pretty bad now. Getting there.
And I have already used action surge and bonus actions, so I'm done.
Okay. Well done. Okay. Prince Sinbon. Sinbon is. See, I'm almost saying Cinnabon again now.
That's a tasty snack.
I think he looks at like he can see that the tactical scenario here, but he can't attack with reach like that. So he is actually just comes up here and he is kind of looking at all of you. And it's like, thank you, brave adventurers, for coming to our aid. and he uses the dodge action. Well, I mean, he can't do what they did. If he moves
Right.
into range, then he is in range for attack and can't get away.
Right.
Whereas nobody gets attacked if he doesn't move into melee.
Yeah, in my head, I just saw like a politician being like, "Enemy? Oh, thank you, so heavens, adventurers."
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, these guys did run into attack giant scorpions, and they're pretty injured. It's not like they,
Yeah.
they're not the cowards here. They're also don't want to die.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I think Prince Karina moves in over here and says, "Yes, truly, the day is saved, thanks to our combined efforts. The kingdom of Neva will make sure that you are rewarded." And he tries to say it louder than the other prince did. Dianok, your turn.
Okay, gonna get on the right screen and then gonna just move up to here and throw fire.
All right.
15 exactly.
15 just hits.
For 7 damage.
All right. It is pretty hurt, but not down yet.
And that's all I can do.
All right. And it skitters back and forth angrily, but does not flee, and also does not come any closer because it can't.
Said it looks very,
All
very hurt.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be frustrated.
Yeah, can't then.
All right.
Whack number 1 with the halberd. 9.
Yeah,
Whack
9.
number 2.
Oh no!
12.
Yeah, neither of those hit.
How does it look?
Pretty hurt.
All right. I'm gonna step in and get my bonus attack.
All right.
Just a 12.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're
Oh.
only managing to connect with the thick armor plating parts.
Yeah, you know what? I am going to provoke an opportunity attack and try and move away again.
Okay, it's going to try to sting you.
Oh, don't do that.
Gets a 17 to hit.
That is my armor class.
All right,
Can
well,
I use inspiration to increase my armor class, or is that a feature you don't have yet?
I don't think Xenophon's inspiration does that. Am I wrong?
Okay.
No, it does not increase armor class. No.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. So that's going to be 9 piercing damage and the saving throw, of course.
Okay. My save is 21, so I'm
Okay.
not going to use my inspiration on that.
All right. So You took the piercing damage, correct?
I
and
did.
then
I did. I did.
and then you're going to take 13 poison damage.
And I'm down again. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah,
All right.
So I don't get that far away.
Yeah. No, I think it stings you as you go, so you would flop
okay.
into the next square.
All right.
Because like if you didn't succeed in moving away, it wouldn't get the attack, right?
Okay. All right.
All right. So that was Canthan's turn. Exel.
Exel looks at the one and says, "The grave calls," as he tolls the dead. And you hear a cacophonous bell sound that seems like a combination of like claw scratching, screaming, and horrible tortures.
How appropriate for Halloween?
Yeah, I loved that. I loved that description. It's a shame that it rolled a 19.
Oh.
No, yeah, I don't have any bonus actions.
Mm.
Well,
So it's pretty hurt, but someone has to hit it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the end of my turn, and it's no
Xenophon.
longer afraid.
All right.
Oh,
Xenophon's going
and no
to-
longer afraid because it wasn't hit.
Yep.
All right. So Xenophon's going to go to move to here, cast Cure Light
Oops.
Wounds at second level was the last second level slot on Canthan. And he's up to 6. You get 16 hit points.
All right.
Okay.
I was 20, so I'm going to move back to my last, but I'm going to move back to here.
Okay.
Make it a little harder for that scorpion to get at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Flounce, your turn.
I'm gonna stick it with my big stick.
All right.
Right, so 16 to hit,
16 hits.
and that is 7 points of damage.
It is not quite destroyed.
Second attack is 18 to hit
Hits.
for 7 points of damage.
How do you destroy this creature?
I basically the glaive enters in through the soft squishy bits where its eyes are,
Mm-hmm.
and just like spears it straight through.
Nice.
So I've now got
Like-
Scorpion
like
on a
a-
stick.
Right. But so all
Until
of
it
yeah,
disappears.
yeah, like all of the others, it sort of poofs into glitter and disappears as it goes away. And anyone with proficiency in Arcana can make an Arcana check.
Yes.
Okay, yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
17 for moi.
9.
15?
Okay, so both Dianok and Flounce recognize that the way that it disappears is... So here's what's a little bit strange. It very much resembles the way creatures that are conjured through conjuration spells disappear when destroyed. But the thing is, those things were too powerful and there were too many of them to be any sort of a normal conjure animals spell.
Right.
Because those were big deal scorpions, and 5 of them at once is like... You've never heard of a conjure animal spell that could do that.
Right.
But
Well,
the
I don't
way
know
they
about any of that.
disappeared was like conjuration.
I don't know about any of that, but Michael's is getting a strongly worded letter about what people have been doing with their glitter.
The Theonox says, either we're dealing with something much more powerful than expected, or something stranger than we've seen before.
Or multiple people.
Correct.
A ritual.
That's also possible.
Yeah, well,
So I think Prince Karina is the quickest off on the draw to kind of place himself, try to clean himself up as much as he can, and look to all of you and say, well fought, adventurers. Thank goodness you are here. I'm sure that we can see that you are rewarded. And if you are interested, we have another work for you to rescue some trapped miners. And Prince Simbon is saying, and as the person actually responsible for that effort, I would like to officially engage you. And at this point, Overseer Uzoma is saying, I already hired them.
On it.
Yeah. That's when we say, we're here on behalf of the shield bearers. We've been contracted to assist in the mining rescue efforts.
Yeah.
Um,
You say that. I say, ow.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, and seconded, I think I'm going to need a nap before I
Right.
start.
So I think technically, until someone heals him, I think Canthan is still unconscious, right?
I did heal him.
No,
Oh,
you're here.
No,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I
I'm-
thought
I'm
someone was
up,
still
I'm
out.
up,
Okay.
but it's-
No.
My
Yeah.
my
It was-
apologies then.
It was Xenophon's last second level spell
Yeah.
that
All
healed him.
right. Okay. Am I crazy? I'm misremembering. Yeah, I guess
Oh,
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 16.
No one
points,
has it. Yep, you're right. You guys, you would know, I guess. So in this case, though, I think Prince Simbon is glancing around the alley that these things emerged from. Is like, where did they come from?
Has this sort of thing happened before?
No,
Ask.
no, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Enoch would like to go and
And yeah, I think Prince Karina says, I've seen giant scorpions, but yes, this is not typical.
Go.
These two.
Enoch's going to go into the area where they emerged from and look for signs of signs of them being conjured and signs of the caster and
Sure. So go ahead and make an investigation check. If anyone is helping him, you can do so with
Yeah,
advantage.
I'll go help.
All right.
Yeah, I will help as well.
Okay.
uh,
Roll your investigation with advantage.
advantage. Wow, a 10.
Okay. With advantage, only a 10, huh?
It was a 2 and a 3 on
Okay.
the die. On the dice.
So unfortunately,
We are
you know,
clueless.
whether it was just someone covered their tracks extremely well, or perhaps the battle disrupted any clues that might have otherwise been found. You really have no indication of where they came from. But at the same time, the other end of the alley is just another public street. So it's like, seems like, did they really run? This is in the center of town. Did they run all the way in from somewhere? That seems strange. So,
It
but-
could be a situation where the caster did the casting and then fled.
it could be, but as I mentioned, there's already something unusual here because normally any normal conjuration spell, even one from a powerful caster, couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps the answer will be found in the mind.
Both Simbon and Kirina have gone off to find the parts of the crowds that can that will cheer each of them respectively, and are saying, "Fear not, citizens! We have fought off the mysterious scorpions, and don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of what happened right after we rescue those trapped miners." No, I will. No, he's over there boasting about his own prowess, but it's the one. It's the one.
I'm going to turn to the overseer. Perhaps we should go to the mine now.
Well, I'd say so, yes, but do you guys need to sit for a minute? Because you don't look very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you know, like I said, I mean, I'm worried about those miners, but you're not going to do any of them any good if you just go in there and get killed yourselves.
Right. I
Fair
agree.
point.
So are we going to take a short rest then?
Yeah.
I
short
think that's
rest,
the plan.
please.
Okay. While you are doing that, go ahead and do your short rest activities. But Uzoma says, I do have someone that I want you to talk to, someone who came out of the mine. Maybe she can answer you a few questions about what you might find inside. I don't know why she suddenly has this accent that she didn't have before. She doesn't have that accent. I didn't give it to her before. In any case, she says, yes, I have, this is Awa, and Awa is just a young man who looks like, you know, he's still in his mining outfit, but pretty dirty looking. And he just comes up and just says, yeah, so I was I was in the mine when it all happened. We were working on a new excavation. My whole crew and this snarling 8-legged beast appeared, and it would have killed me, but my mom, I mean, Zihea, she is my mom. She's also on the crew. She fended it off and defended me. She like got in front of me, and it grabbed her and like dragged her away into the tunnel, and I got separated. And I lost track of where the others were, and I made my way to the entrance, and I was the last one out before the entrance collapsed. I don't think anyone else from my crew escaped.
8-legged animal. Was it kind of like a spider, or was it?
No,
not?
it was furry, like a mammal, but big, like almost like a bear or a wolf, but 8 legs, and actually, like almost like kind of like a weasel if it had 8 legs, but big, like
Okay.
like a grizzly bear sized.
Grizzly bear-sized weasel with 8 legs.
Yeah.
That
Um,
sounds nasty.
anyone who has Arcana or Nature can make a check to see if you recognize that description.
I have
Yes.
Arcana.
Natural 20.
There you go.
23.
I cannot roll
All right.
tonight.
No, nothing.
Yeah, so whoever beat a 16 recognizes that description because it's pretty, the traits are pretty specific. That there, but there's also something that seems a little odd there, which is to say, it sounds like a creature known as an Arumvirax, which is a predator that eats precious metals. And so where it has been found, it is a extreme nuisance and hazard to mining operations, obviously. But the thing that's weird is that it is thought to be extinct, at least around here. Like for a long time. Like not just, oh no, we lost the last one last year. It was like they hunted them to extinction generations ago.
Right.
Oh,
Sounds like an Arumvirax.
What? But those are extinct. They hunted them out to generations ago.
Huh.
well,
Yeah.
Well,
There.
Um, I think. Oh, did you? Sorry, did you have any more questions for me?
you only see one of those things, or
Well, I mean, I only saw one, but there was a lot of chaos happening because there was other collapses.
okay.
okay. I think that might be all we can get, effectively. I mean, things were in flux when you're trying to get out. I'm glad you did get out.
Well,
Well, we're gonna go get your mom back.
right, like we're trained, like to try to find ways to survive if we can, if there's this collapse, because if you can hold out long enough, maybe you can get dug out. But if they're trapped in there with monsters, though, I don't.
Well, we fight monsters,
All right, well,
among other things.
please save my mom and my friends if you can.
That's our plan.
Our
Yeah.
very best.
Yeah. So the Uzoma comes back over and just says, the truth is that in some ways I think it was, I mean, I don't know about these creatures, but the truth is that King Diara has been really pushing us to increase output at the Gold Warren, and so he's been trying to please the Empress. Empress Inaya, and excavating newer tunnels more quickly, and so sometimes there's not as much time to get them shored up as safely as we would like, and in some ways the collapses was kind of only a matter of time before something like this happened. But I don't know about these creatures. That's new. I've never heard of that before.
Hopefully, whatever is actually the cause of the collapses will become obvious.
Well, the Arum Guild has been warning that this was going to happen. It were, the collapses, right? And so, and I think that, they're going to try to leverage that to try to support that the ownership of the Gold Warren, maybe well, okay, there's a whole thing, and she's starting to get into something else, but then shouting amongst the crowds around the princes starts to rise up, and then she just says, "Excuse me for a moment," and she runs over to where they're all shouting and says, "Look, that's enough. All this talk is wasting breath. The crews at the entrance should have it cleared and shored up by his day's end." Someone's got a phone going. All right. The crews at the entrance should have it shored up by day's end. We'll sort out who's on the rescue team then. But for now, and then as Uzoma speaks, Kirina and Sinbon both step up, interrupting her to announce they'll gladly take a place in the rescue party. And their followers begin arguing again until Uzoma blows a piercing whistle. "If you want to help, stop arguing and do what I need you to do. Prince Karina, you'll come to the Gold Warren with me. Prince Sinbon, you go find out what could be waiting for us in the mine. These adventurers will go with you. Let's get this done."
No nonsense. Take charge, woman. What's not to love?
Mm-hmm. And as she says that, both of the princes, there's like a moment of like, yeah, okay. Yeah. Sounds like that could work.
He would not argue with a dwarven woman on a rampage.
Well,
No.
and you get the impression it's not even so much about like you don't want to argue as much as like, I mean, that actually sounds like a good idea. Let's go ahead and do it. We have been talking about this for a while. Let's just move it. So in any case, Uzoma comes back. She talks to Sinbon just a little bit, and she looks to you and just kind of gestures like, "You go with him, and I'm going over there." And then she leaves off with Kirina, and Prince Sinbon comes back over, and he says, "We are going to go seek out a priest named Keju, who is a high priest visiting Anissa Academy. He has a rich understanding of Sensa Empire's history and may be able to help us to determine what's going on in the mine."
Lead on.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. So here's I think. So I think as you're walking over to the academy, he just says, I once again, now that we have the opportunity to speak a moment without interruption, I do just wish to thank you again for your service in helping with those scorpions coming out of nowhere, and obviously to help with this mine collapse. It's something that perhaps we are in need of is decisive action. It is been a struggle of late, but Karina, you saw him. He only seeks to make himself a hero to gain favor with the Arum Guild, and he's got several of them in his pocket already. He's hoping to be named heir, although if he, that's sense of business. But could please, who are you? I recognize the shield breaker, the shield bearers, the shield bearers logo. So tell me, who am I accompanying on this mission?
We are the Order of the Golden Prawn, my lord. We are a fully formed adventuring company within the Shield Bearers to deal with problems such as this. I am Xenophon. I am trained in the arts of persuasion and inspiration.
Useful skill set.
Enoch.
So I saw your quite impressive magical shield protecting you from those scorpions' attacks. Quite impressive.
Yes, it's saved my life, literally, several times.
Enoch is quite skilled in the arts of magic.
Splendid.
I will point to Flounce. This is Flounce. Flounce is one of our, shall we say, combat specialists.
I admire the way you got really big.
It has its good points, but also its drawbacks.
This is
I'm
Canthan. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's like I'm lucky to work with such an amazing team.
This is Canthan, our other combat expert,
Pleased to meet you.
and also an expert in things culinary.
Oh, really?
Uh, I'm still learning.
Well, I suppose soldiers need to eat too.
Yes.
And this is Exel, another master of the arcane, but of a different sort than Dianok.
Hello.
Yes.
His specialty
well-
is being scary.
Well,
His specialty is being scary. Yes, thank you.
I was glad to have you on our side for certain.
Very cheeky, ear to ear, creepy grin.
So,
Literally ear to ear. It just goes
Literally
all the
ear
way.
yeah, so I think you may have learned I am Prince Simbon. I am the son of King Diara here in Anissa, and we are going to try to save some miners today.
That sounds like a good goal.
So I think he keeps turning the small talk back down to how annoyed he is at Prince Karina. If anyone would like to make an insight check, you may.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I got an 18.
Okay.
18.
Yeah. Those of you who did well there, probably not shocked that in his irritation with Karina is some barely concealed jealousy that even though Karina is, not like he's not even from here. He doesn't even go here. But he has showed up and people seem to like him better. And he's frustrated and jealous about that. But he's basically complaining that even though, Anissa is in charge of the Gold Warren, Prince Karina is from a whole other city-state, he thinks that he's going to curry favor with the rich Arum Guild and that will help him get named as heir to the Empress. And if you do you ask for clarification on that, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know enough. We
Yeah.
want to learn.
So he explains that the way that the government works in this empire is that there are royal families from each of the three city-states, Tariq, Anissa, and Niba, but the Empress does not pass on the title through family lines. What she does is she chooses an heir from one of the other three families. And traditionally, there's not any sort of an order or sequence for who gets picked. It's supposed to be pure merit. And for the most part, that system seems like it's worked pretty honestly. But at the same time, it's certainly something that is rife for accusations of favoritism, corruption, lobbying, politics, etc. Right? Like, who does she pick? Who does she think is the best fit? And, it's not any guarantee that just because the last one came from the Tariq royal family that the next one won't also, right? But it's supposed to be named based on merit.
So I have plenty. So Xenophon is happy to talk and try to get more information. So he's curious. Once the successor is chosen, can it be unchosen? When do a reign of empress does this emperor empress does this occur? He's trying to untangle more of the politics because
typically an heir. Yes, typically an heir is supposed to be chosen, of course, before it comes to the point of their being needed, right? Because otherwise, hard to choose an heir after you have already passed. But the actual when and where can depend entirely on the person currently in charge of the imperial seat, and that's how it goes. And so here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
this is of course speculation on my part, but it's a bit of an open secret that Prince Curina was long thought for years to be the obvious choice for the selection of heir, specifically because he was childhood friends with the current empress.
I see.
She of course older than he, but not by as much as might be typical, and they were close for a long time, and yet everyone thought it was so obvious that she would choose him, and yet she hasn't, and time has gone on, and she hasn't picked anyone else, but she also has not picked him. And I believe that there has been some falling out between the two of them, and he's trying to earn her favor back.
Trying to get himself
I mean,
into the role again.
It's good to be aware of these things, but not sure it's tremendously relevant to what we're doing right now.
Well,
No.
you're walking to the academy, right? This is walk and
Yeah.
talk, right?
Yeah.
You're on your way somewhere. Right? This is not.
Yes.
So, but he just says, I myself have not had ambitions to rise above Anissa itself, which I see as my home, and it's a place where I want to do well for Anissa, and that includes the Gold Warren and these miners. And so I'm rather irritated that Prince Karina is complicating the issue by insisting on inserting himself where he was not welcome or invited. But as you are getting close to the academy, we are also getting close to our usual end time. So I guess here's the question. We could go ahead and do our break here, or we could perhaps try to do this encounter conversation. Not, I don't say encounter meaning like it's necessarily combat, but this, going in to meet with the priest first. So what do you all think? You want
I'm
to?
fine either way.
I'm fine to keep going.
Let's
Let's
have the
take care of
encounter with the
this.
priest.
All right.
You know what?
Okay, so the campus of Anissa Academy consists of buildings clustered around a wide courtyard. It's crowded with students, professors, and acolytes of the Faceless Prophet, which is the Sensa Empire's clergy, milling between buildings. If you like, anyone with religion can do a religion check.
I only have it as half proficiency.
And
10.
Oh, just a 10.
Yeah, if nobody got better than 10. Yeah, so
I'm too wrapped up talking politics.
yeah, so I think everyone doesn't really know anything about them, and just has to take his word for it that they are the Sense of Empire's clergy. So you're looking for High Priest Keju, who is not normally here but is visiting the university right now. He's apparently in residence at this academy only for the past week, and it's a rare visit in any case. But according to my friends in the know, the entire campus is abuzz with speculation about what sort of secret research he might be here to conduct. But he is an expert in all manner of arcana and natural history here in the Sense of Empire. And so I think if there's some sort of a mysterious creature involved in this mining collapse, I suspect he will know. Or he can tell us more in any case.
Indeed. Let's find them.
So here's the question. So basically, this is a weird sort of write-up. So either you need to spend an hour asking around, or try to. So okay, this is how it works. Someone make a persuasion check to try to find the person who would know and get them to tell you where he is.
I volunteer as tribute.
All right.
Okay.
That's a 20.
All right. Yes, you find a stuffy-looking person in professorial robes, and they tell you that Keju has taken up offices on the top floor of the Academy's library.
Let's jump off.
Yeah. So, as you arrive in the library, a librarian ushers you to Keju's private room on the library's top floor. Outside, 2 guards stand alert. And inside, open tomes and scrolls lie spread across several tables. And High Priest Keju is in there as well, standing at one of the desks. Behind a screen in the corner stands a bed, suggesting the room doubles as Keju's quarters. I have a handout for you for Keju Kamal. Look at this customer.
Okay.
That's a serious priest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are some dope robes.
Yeah. A long braid.
I'm wondering about their pronouns.
It is he, him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in any case, let's see. As you enter, this otherwise serious-looking priest actually smiles and comes over to greet Prince Simbam warmly, and it is a pleasure to have you visit my chambers here while I am at the academy, Prince Simbam. What can I do for you? Feel free, anyone who would like to go ahead and roll insight check.
I'm not the insightful type. Let the other Dianoc do this. because
Quick
I'm not
question on how all of you feel about this. Would you like me to continue sort of prompting insight checks there, or would you rather initiate those yourselves? Because obviously I will occasionally do that when I know there might be something you would detect, but I can also leave it to your initiative. Does it?
Well, there's
Wait,
also,
You're being prompted.
Kenton has a passive insight of 16.
Okay.
So he'll probably notice things even
Well,
without.
that's true. So I think what a few of you notice.
I got it. 22, by the way.
Okay, there you go. What a few of you notice is that despite the smile and the coming over to greet him and the handshake and all of that, you kind of pick up that, like, you think this Keju guy does not like Prince Simbon at all. There's some kind of animosity there. And in any case, you also detect that, like, in some of what he says to follow up, is just like, I was so surprised to hear that you would have taken an interest in my research, or have made yourself so active in this effort. But and at the same time, I am obviously, I believe that my help would be of tremendous value to you. In order to actually accomplish the rescue of these miners. And so you're getting this, like, there's some barbs in there. He's kind of negging the prince a little bit.
I'm kind of wondering about the prince's previous reputation. Was he like the party boy?
Well,
And now that he's like officially like an adult, he's trying to make
yeah. Well,
like a change.
yeah, you guys didn't really have the history score earlier to know any of that in detail, but you did hear from some of the people coming in that, like, there were people who are, like, not sure that Simbon was up to the task of getting this mission done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Keju is just saying, "Oh, yes, I'm sure it's very straining for you to busy yourself amongst the rabble or make your way to a library."
Wow.
Well,
And so, but Simbon just has his politician smile on, so. So he turned, but Keju turns to the rest of you and says, "And so, for what purpose have you all come for my knowledge?"
We wish to know about a creature that has been described to be similar to an Orumvorax.
Ha. Well, Arumvaraxes, once common in this region, gold-eating predators, once claimed all the mines of the Sensa Empire as their territory, but they were all hunted down by Emperor Kassa a millennium ago. They were eradicated from the region, and none have been seen since.
Uh, apparently, uh, one of the miners from the gold mine described a creature much like an Ormvorax.
Hmm. Well, my suspicion is that they saw an Armvorax once in a storybook, and in their panic escaping a mine, which is often dark and filled with fumes and vapors of various reasons, perhaps they hallucinated one, but I think it
Well,
unlikely that a real Armvorax would have been present there. Their hunger for gold would have revealed them long ago.
Or what if it was perhaps conjured? We very very recently had an encounter with some strangely conjured giant scorpions in an alley in this very city. Is that, and what do you know of such large scale conjurations of creatures, my lord priest?
Just a moment. Looking for. I'm just there's actually a lot of information about this section. I was trying to make sure I'm
Oh,
not missing anything. Um, let's see. Let's see. Uh, so I'm sorry. So the question was, you're looking into conjuration and everything.
yes, I'm asking about
Ah,
about the conjuration of large creatures such as the scorpions that attack us, or perhaps the
Scorp.
Armvorax
What?
itself.
Well, so my an Arum Vorax would be an extremely difficult conjuration, too powerful for standard conjuration spells. And you say that these giant scorpions. Well,
yes, 5 giant scorpions
see,
were
once
summoned.
again, there are conjuration spells that can summon great creatures and sometimes many numbers of smaller ones. But I think the conjure animals or these sorts of spells, even cast at a ninth level, cannot generate creatures so powerful. It must have been some other means.
What other means might it be?
This has started to seem a bit far afield of the manner at hand. I believe that you have a mind collapse and that you are wasting time.
What about necromancy?
What about necromancy?
Could someone have found an Ormvarix skeleton in the mine and resurrected it with necromancy? I'm a fighter. I chop things. I don't know magic. I can set stuff on fire pretty good, but the stuff like Dianok does is way above my head.
Yeah. Um. So, I think he's like, well, see, again, the Arum Vorax were hunted to extinction a millennium ago. I think the idea
this
of like how would they uncover a skeleton of. Well, I mean, I guess I can't rule that out. But so as he is kind of saying all of that stuff, Dianok, I have to imagine that your eyes would be drawn to all of the
Oh,
open
of
books and scrolls and
course.
stuff in the
I
room,
was
right?
gonna
Mhm.
actually ask about that.
Yeah, so I'm glad that I called that right. And then, so I think what you happen to notice in a lot of these uh, notes is that it suggests that Keju is in fact researching a unique conjuration spell.
Oh,
Mhm.
bum.
Huh. Gonna, and gonna use the mage hand to just kind of take one of the tones and turn it and kind of bring it closer and turn it.
Okay.
And
I think that you think that that would attract attention.
um,
But if you want to make a sleight of hand check, you can maybe try to like steal a page
Sure.
that might a particularly interesting looking page.
I'll try. That is a 19.
Okay, yeah, I think while he is looking the other way, you pick one of the pages in particular that seems to have kind of the summation formula, and you slip that page into your pocket.
Okay. Hmm. Well, actually, my thought was, you know, bring it so it can be closer and then call it out. But
Hmm.
No, no.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Just
Yeah.
take a page.
But
Oh,
so,
perfect.
yeah, in any case, that's happening while the rest of this conversation is going on, and I think Keju is just saying, there are all manner of sorts of things that I cannot possibly rule out as impossible without knowing quite a bit more. But it sounds as though you don't know very much yet because all you have is the word of one person who was panicked in probably blinding dust, couldn't see, is worried about their family. Who knows what they've may have seen or not seen. You're wasting my time, frankly, and I don't know that I should have expected any better, Sinbon, but if this is all you have, then perhaps I can get back to my studies now.
Just so you know, the individual is worried about his family, his mother specifically, who was taken by the creature.
Or perhaps buried in a mine collapse.
All
The
right,
collapse,
let's.
well,
Yeah,
I have
let's
opinions on
yeah.
the
go
order
ahead.
of
Let's,
operations, but
Good Prince Simban. Perhaps we should move towards the mine at this point. I think we will get no further useful information, sadly, at this juncture. I'll turn to the high priest. We apologize profusely for occupying your time in a unproductive and time wasting manner. We will take our leave of you now.
So yeah, the um, Prince Simban kind of does a little bit of an awkward chuckle and sort of does the sort of bow to Keju and is as you were, and then leaves with you. Um, yeah, so he does not
Yeah.
defend himself. Yeah. Coming out of there, he's just like, I had hoped that that would be more helpful.
Oh.
I believe it was. And once we start getting like a floor down, Dianok is going to take out the page from their pocket and uh, give it a once over.
Okay.
Like if can get some details.
Are you being open about that?
Well,
Or are you
I'm not
kind of
going
Nobody
to
else
say
saw
it,
you do
but,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not going to say it, but if anybody looks, they'll see that Dianok has a page
Okay.
that they're setting.
Okay, so I don't know necessarily that it's
Okay.
that you've stolen that
Yeah.
one. Okay.
So,
understand.
Nobilis, I don't know that I caught your reaction to Sinbon's kind of.
No, I'm saying that David should speak up at this point.
Oh, okay.
Because we did learn something important,
Yeah.
but he hasn't told us the rest of
That's
it
right.
yet.
Yeah, so I think Sinbon is like it was pretty obvious towards the end that Keju was being pretty disrespectful towards the prince, but the prince didn't seem to call him on it. It was just kind of like, okay, well, I guess we might as well go to meet the others at the Gold Warren. Then I had hoped we would come out with something a bit more useful, but
I believe we might have.
what do you
Okay.
mean?
So, do I get any information like off the bat?
So no, not really, but you do also, but so it's not so well, okay, let's see. Go ahead and make an Arcana check, looking at it.
That is a 26.
Okay. Normally you would have to take more time to do this, but with that roll, I'll let you spot that that Keju is in fact researching how to summon more powerful creatures and cause them to linger around for longer than usual.
Yes, I do believe that Keju was lying to us.
What do you mean?
This page details conjuration magics, but there's a few extra sigils here that would increase both the intensity of the creatures conjured and
Mhm.
the duration.
So what? You mean like the scorpions?
Like the scorpion.
I
Like the
believe so,
scorpions.
yes. I imagine with sufficient effort put in, and this uh, this scheme perfected, what we experience today would be I what would come out,
Hmm.
and perhaps even the Arum Borax.
But why? Why would he do that?
I don't know.
We have a method. We don't have a motive. We need to
Power?
know more. What's that? Power? We
Power.
don't know enough about the gentleman, except that, to be frank, my lord, he does not think much of you. But I think you knew that.
Well, yes, I'm not blind to that sort of thing, but I suppose everyone's entitled to their opinion.
I am curious as to why would have such an opinion of yourself.
I, I've never had any specific interactions with him personally. I don't think, but I have, somewhat unfairly, in my opinion, been saddled with a reputation that I'm uninterested in the ruling of the kingdom, and uh, I don't think that's quite fair. I am my father's son. I am looking to do what I can for Anissa, but I'm not flashy in the same way that some others are, and I don't always. I mean, am I supposed to be devoting 24/7? I mean, how can anyone manage that sort of a pitch without taking time? Perhaps I have not done as much as I might have to try to shore up the way people see me, but I've tried to just do my thing, and yet people seem to need someone to be just selling themselves constantly, and that's exhausting to me.
Perhaps actions can speak louder than words in your case.
Uh, you trying to make a persuasion check? Does anyone else want to jump in there?
I mean,
Yes.
You don't need to encourage this guy. You could think he's not very good at his job and just be fine with that, but up to you how you're wanting to treat this.
just like that was just a suggestion that I had.
Okay, well, I'm okay. I'm saying, do you want that to be a persuasion check to try to actually encourage him, or are you just making chit chat?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
well then make a persuasion check.
Okay. 7.
It seems like actions, words, it's all the same. Like people decide what they're going to think of you no matter what you do. But at the very least, regardless of what people think, we do have miners in those tunnels, and I will see them rescued if I can. So perhaps we should go ahead and head to the Gold Warren.
Yes, sir.
Yep, let's be about it.
All right, and perhaps that is where we will call our break for tonight.
Yes.
So
You survived.
yes, to
Yeah.
the Gold Warren.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That
And
was,
one of the
Yeah.
things that you might want to think about is, to be sure, I'm sure for some of you a long rest would come in really handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I would say that is not outside the realm of possibility, but it is also to be understood that the miners are trapped in there, and
Tick,
so
tick,
every
tock, tick, tock.
every hour you take is another hour that they are waiting. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's.
You're just right.
But
Yes.
but by the same token, if you go in there and get killed, that doesn't help them either. So
Right.
yeah.
yeah. But
you know, uh, it's a good thing that arcane recovery is a thing. Otherwise, Dianok would be basically useless or
Yeah, I
practically
mean,
useless.
yeah. I mean, I'm okay to go in without a long rest, but yeah.
Yeah, I basically had to use all my hit dice in order to get back up to full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
I'm
got
low. I'm low on spell slots, and I didn't use all my hit dice, and like I'm 2/3 up. So
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Can,
a.
can we do that catnap thing again?
I can. I
But
like.
that's only a short rest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a short
Yeah,
rest.
oh,
Um,
well, so in any case, I think that can be discussion offline
Yep.
for
Yeah.
before next week. Um, is everyone good next week?
I
as far
am.
as I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. So we will return next week for more adventure on so many levels.
Hopefully
So many
less,
levels.
with less scorpion stings.
Yay!
I don't know. If we're going underground in a mine, I think we might run into some more of those fellas.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.